Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog day, and today is Thursday the 12th, and today was a wonderful day today. Crazy windy, absolutely ridiculous wind all day yesterday and overnight and into today, and just absolutely horrendous wind. So we're talking 50 plus mile an hour. I woke up this morning, I was up and down, off and on all night, and when the sun first started to peek out, I looked out the window and it looked like we had got snow like all over the ditch. Like I could see these giant banks of ice and snow out in the ditch, and I was like, what the fuck in my creek there? And I got my glasses on, looked out, and it wasn't snow. It was my sheets of styrofoam insulation that I'd gotten for free from the school roof tear off a while back, and they had blown down, and the pile was all over my ditch there. So I went and picked them all up. All the big pieces I got stuck back in the pile. The smaller pieces that I should have done something with anyway already, all went to the garage. Handful of them got kind of broke. Surprisingly, not very many of them got broke, to be honest with you. Put the rest of them in the garage, came in, got a couple things done, and said to hell with it, headed back out to the garage, and spent literally all day out there cutting styrofoam and stuffed them up in the rafters and that, getting them mounted, climbing them down the ladder, which is not good on my foot. Just, it's got to be done, though. I can't have a bunch of that insulation blowing over the place, and I should have done something with it earlier. I just never did, because my plan was to clean the garage completely out to empty, then put them up in, and then go from there, but that did not happen. So I think I might actually cut some down and put them in the crawl space of my house up inside the floor joist that way too, to kind of insulate my floors in my house, and it's free, just a bunch of time. So I'm going to look into doing that also. I got to find out what measurements I need to cut those to, so I'll get some of those cut out, and I got to cut them down before I can put them in. I'd like to put them in the full sheets, just staple them up to the floor joist and kind of cover up and make the air gap, but that cannot happen because my opening is way too small. I can barely fit through my opening, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use that at all anyway, because if I cut them down small to get to the opening, I think they're going to be too small to fit up in the rafters, or in the floor joist. So I got to look at that before I bother cutting any down to see if they'll work. So we'll see. I'll look into it. If that doesn't work, then I'll probably just go buy some insulation, insulate that crawl space that way instead. So went ahead, like I said, I was out in the shop all damn day at the wind. It was ridiculous, cutting stuff up, and just that styrofoam makes a horrible sound on the saw, and Bruce was not liking it. The wind was blowing like crazy, so he wasn't having fun outside the garage either. I'd look out there and he'd be like stuck up against the like the front wheel or back wheel of the van. Like he was literally leaning against it, trying to create like a wind block. It was the funniest looking thing, and he wasn't having fun. So I said hell with it, put him back in the house, and left him in the house a good part of the day. I'd say probably 3/4 of the day he was inside. I wasn't alone though, so it wasn't like a real big deal. He just laid there and slept the whole damn time. And I came in and he was all like almost mad at me for leaving him in here. It was pretty funny. So we'll have to see what happens. I did get my air conditioner block off kit ordered. It should be in here tomorrow, I think at 1 o'clock. So hopefully I can go pick it up tomorrow, and then I'll have it. And I got my smog pump all ready to go, and I just got to get the van in the shop. I'm thinking about actually dropping it off this weekend over at the guy's mechanic shop, park right in front of the door, to kind of help give him a reminder that, hey, it's right there. Anytime you want to work on it, get to work on it. So we'll see what happens. I definitely don't want to miss out on a time to get it fixed, because like, well, I would have fixed it Tuesday, but it wasn't here. So I definitely will drop it off by Monday and get that over and done with. So it was kind of fun. The wind was just kicking my ass out there. It was surprisingly, I was kind of almost warm, so I had my jacket on, took the jacket off, and then I felt too cool. And it's that back and forth. With the jacket on, it was too warm. With the jacket off, it was too cool. And it just kind of sucked. And climbing on the ladder did not help, because up in the upper part of the garage was a lot warmer than the lower part. So it was back and forth, and it was ridiculous. So went ahead, got a bunch of that stuff put up. Not all of it. I got a bunch of it put up there, though. I got everything I could get to without moving, like joiners and table saws and stuff out of the way to climb up and down the ladder and whatnot. So fun stuff there. Oh my God, cutting styrofoam on a table saw is horrendously messy. I cleaned up the mess like 4 different times. Just tons and tons of styrofoam. It was ridiculous. And the last time I blew out the saw on that, and oh good Lord, that was so much crap in the air. It was so ridiculous. So had fun, had a good time. Can't beat it. So anyway, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.